Stay Hungry, How to Keep Pushing Forward, No Matter What. Written and published by Sonic Digest. There's a force within you, elusive yet unmistakable, that whispers to you in the quiet moments and drives you forward when the world suggests you rest. It doesn't care about the limits set by others or the setbacks that stand as monuments in your path. This force isn't the kind that shouts. It's the subtle, simmering hunger that stirs when you're faced with adversity, that fuels your resolve long after the initial thrill of a goal has faded. It's the kind of hunger that doesn't only seek the finish line, it craves the journey, craves the challenges, craves the relentless push forward. Yet too many let this force slip away, tamed by the comfort of familiarity or the fatigue of unfinished battles. They settle for the dull hum of mediocrity, blind to the richness that lies just beyond. But what if you could keep that hunger alive, a flame that never burns out? What if you could ignite it each day, no matter the storms that cloud your path or the obstacles that try to chain you down? To keep pushing forward isn't just a feat of willpower, it's an art, woven from moments of doubt and victories that only come when you dare to continue despite them. It's not about abandoning moments of rest or letting go of what you've already accomplished. It's about recognizing that life, in its raw and unpredictable essence, is less a destination and more a series of peaks and valleys, each one a challenge waiting for your next step. It's about seeing beyond the finish line and choosing to step forward, eyes wide and heart ready, into what comes next. There's power in the relentless pursuit, not just in achieving, but in becoming the person who stays hungry, who rises every time they fall, who never stops reaching. The journey doesn't have to burn you out or leave you unfulfilled. It can nourish you, it can build you, it can make you unstoppable. The choice to keep pushing is yours. Chapter 1. The Drive Within. There is a part of you that remains steadfast in its resolve, a part that yearns to move forward even when every reason to stop is staring back at you. It's not loud or boisterous, but its presence is undeniable, like a pulse that runs deep in your veins. This drive doesn't seek the applause or recognition of others. It is driven by an inner compass that guides you even when the path is shrouded in doubt and uncertainty. It is this flame, quiet but powerful, that can make the difference between stalling at the edge of possibility and soaring beyond your limits. It starts as a simple realization, an awareness of what you can become, not just in moments of victory, but in those times when every step forward feels like an act of rebellion against comfort and fear. The drive within is fueled by a vision that is uniquely yours, shaped by dreams, forged by experiences, and sharpened by the lessons only adversity can teach. This vision is your private, unrelenting motivator that makes you rise, even when everything around you seems to scream, "Enough." The truest form of motivation does not come from a loud external call or a superficial prize waiting at the end. It emanates from a deeper place, an understanding that to settle for less is to dishonor the potential that lies dormant within. This drive is a dialogue between the self and its aspirations, where the whispers of doubt are met with the roar of resolve. It is the voice that pushes you to stand up when you fall, the one that reminds you of the power in your hands, even when the odds are stacked against you. To nurture this internal force, you must first learn to listen. Tune out the noise of expectations, the harsh criticism, and the enticement of comfort. Instead, focus on what calls you to rise early in the morning, what keeps your heart racing late into the night as you pursue something meaningful. It's not the applause of others or the accolades that sustain the flame. It's the moments when you choose to press forward when no one is watching, when you decide that growth, however small, is more important than stagnation. The drive within knows that real progress is not linear. It welcomes setbacks not as failures, but as tutors. It sees each moment of struggle as a lesson to refine your spirit and hone your resilience. It thrives on the belief that obstacles, far from halting progress, can become the soil in which you plant seeds of determination, ready to sprout into your next great leap. To cultivate this internal spark, remember that it is not found in the pursuit of perfection, but in the relentless pursuit of your best effort. The path is lined with moments that test your resolve, the tedious repetition, the doubts that creep in during late hours, the times when the world offers easier, less demanding options. It is in choosing to take the harder road, to grow through discomfort, and to keep striving even when the outcome is uncertain, that the drive within reveals its true power. There is an alchemy to this pursuit, where passion is combined with purpose and tenacity is tempered with the wisdom of experience. Those who master it understand that the true reward isn't just in reaching a destination, but in the relentless, life-affirming push forward. They know that growth is not the result of an easy path, but the accumulation of small, sometimes invisible acts of courage. The essence of this drive is an understanding that greatness isn't confined to grand gestures, but built, moment by moment, in the quiet determination that you carry within you. It is a part of you that isn't given or taught, but discovered and nurtured through action, through choice, and through the refusal to settle for less than what you are capable of becoming. Chapter 2. Shaping your vision and story. The power of your journey begins long before the first step is taken. It begins in the quiet moments when you visualize what your success truly means and decide the story you want to tell. It's easy to get caught in the stories handed down to us, tales crafted by circumstances, naysayers, or the echo of past failures. But true growth comes from rewriting that narrative, taking the pen of your life into your own hands, and creating a plot that resonates with who you are and who you aim to become. Crafting a compelling vision isn't just about setting goals, it's about creating a vivid image of what you want your life to look like when you are at your best. It's painting a scene where you are not just surviving, but thriving. Your vision should stir something deep inside you, be it a quiet sense of pride, the adrenaline of a dream realized, or a warm certainty that this path is your own. It's an image that is uniquely yours, untouched by the noise of others' expectations or the rigid standards of society. The stories we tell ourselves shape our choices, mold our behaviors, and steer our journeys. The narrative that you allow to take hold will either confine you or propel you. Every word and thought you entertain is an invitation for either growth or stagnation. So, how do you begin to reshape your story? It starts with understanding the tales you have been telling yourself and identifying the ones that no longer serve you. It's challenging those limiting beliefs that say you're not enough or that your past mistakes define your future. Recognize them for what they are, constructs that can be dismantled. Imagine stepping into a world where obstacles are not failures, but tests of resilience and moments of learning. Rewrite your story so that every setback becomes a chapter of perseverance, every doubt a moment of self-reflection, and every triumph a reminder that progress is not always about linear motion, but the ability to rise each time you fall. The narrative of your life is an evolving draft, not a finished script. With each decision, you carve out a new direction, an opportunity to add depth and meaning to your journey. To truly shape your vision, embrace the reality that fear and doubt are not signs of weakness, but indicators that you are pushing the limits of what you know. They signal growth is on the horizon. Cultivate a mindset where each obstacle becomes fuel for transformation, where you reframe the stories that reinforce comfort and risk avoidance, and replace them with the tales of those who dared to continue despite the odds. Write a vision that includes not only the achievements you aspire to, but also the person you become in the process. It is about seeing yourself as capable, adaptable, and courageous. Make space for the elements of your journey that may not fit into the traditional mold of success. These are the quiet moments, the thoughtful pauses, the reflections after a hard day, and the steps forward when every fiber of your being wants to stop. All of this becomes a part of the story you live and share with the world. In building a new narrative, remember that your story's power lies in its authenticity. The world is full of tales of effortless success and overnight transformations. Your story, however, needs to be grounded in the real, gritty work it takes to arrive at a place of fulfillment. Let go of the illusion that success is about avoiding struggle. Instead, let it be about embracing it as a force that molds you. Be honest with your journey, with the stumbles and the strengths, the growth and the change. Your vision should challenge the way you see yourself, not with demands for perfection, but with the desire for continuous evolution. It should be bold enough to keep you striving, but gentle enough to remind you that your worth is not defined by accomplishments alone. This vision, once set, becomes the foundation of your decisions and the lens through which you perceive every choice and challenge. It turns every setback into an opportunity to fortify the story you are creating, one where you are the hero of your journey, not defined by what happens to you, but by what you make happen despite it. Chapter 3: The Unseen Fuel and Resilient Mindset. In the quiet moments between triumphs and setbacks, there lies an unspoken power that fuels progress, an unseen force capable of propelling us forward, even when the path seems impassable. It is not the thunderous roars of victory that build the strongest spirit, but the whispers of resilience in the face of adversity. It is within these moments that the hidden sources of energy are found, an energy woven into the fabric of our emotions and thoughts. It is these forces that, when harnessed, transform ordinary moments into extraordinary leaps forward. Understanding this hidden fuel starts with embracing the power of your own mind. Emotions, though often dismissed as disruptive, carry an untapped energy that can drive change. Fear, anger, frustration. All of these emotions, when acknowledged and directed properly, can be transformed into powerful catalysts. The trick is not to suppress them, but to channel them. Like a sculptor molds a block of marble into a masterpiece, a resilient mind shapes these raw, unrefined emotions into tools of progress. The key is awareness, the realization that within moments of emotional intensity lies the opportunity to harness that power and direct it towards growth. Consider moments when life takes an unexpected turn and doubt creeps in, whispering that it's easier to stay where you are. It's in these moments that the resilient mindset reveals its worth. It's the recognition that challenge is not an enemy, but an invitation. Adversity is the forge that strengthens the steel of determination. It is where true mental toughness is crafted. Those who learn to harness this energy, who can find purpose in the discomfort and insight in the struggle, are the ones who rise. They do not seek to escape the discomfort, but to learn from it and let it refine them. Building this mindset isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending that setbacks don't hurt. It's about acknowledging them and then choosing how to respond. Emotions are messengers, each carrying valuable information. Frustration may indicate a need for change or a call to take a different approach. Fear signals that growth is imminent, that you are moving toward the edge of what is known and safe. Embracing these signals, not running from them, means learning to rise each time you fall, knowing that each time you get up, you are stronger and more prepared than before. Thoughts play an equally significant role in shaping resilience. Our minds are like gardens, constantly growing what we plant. Thoughts of doubt and defeat only nurture weakness, while seeds of belief and determination grow into unyielding strength. This isn't about blind optimism, but the conscious decision to replace thoughts that limit with ones that empower. When faced with an obstacle, ask, "What can I learn from this? How can this push me forward?" These questions reshape the way you engage with challenges and transform them from insurmountable to surmountable. There is also power in embracing the uncomfortable, in not shying away from the hard work and sacrifice that growth demands. It's in the hours spent honing your skills when no one is watching, the choice to keep going when success is uncertain, and the discipline to move forward even when results are invisible. The mind that pushes through these moments is the mind that becomes unbreakable. It becomes adept at handling life's unpredictability, equipped with an internal compass that remains steady even in turbulent waters. A resilient mindset doesn't emerge overnight. It is a collection of small, deliberate actions taken consistently over time. It is the decision to keep standing when you feel like collapsing, to continue when every fiber of your being tells you to stop. It's learning to stay the course when progress seems minimal, trusting that the seeds you plant now will bear fruit when the time is right. The mind, once trained in this way, becomes an anchor, a wellspring of strength, and an unyielding source of power that can weather any storm. The unseen fuel that powers you forward isn't just raw strength. It's a blend of emotions that are felt deeply, thoughts that guide your direction, and the wisdom to transform both into action. This is the essence of mental toughness, an ability to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, to turn pain into a lesson, and to build a mind that turns any setback into the building block for the next step forward. Chapter 4. The Relentless Pursuit. True progress is not found in bursts of enthusiasm, but in the quiet, persistent effort that continues long after the initial spark fades. It's the journey that separates those who reach their goals from those who let their dreams slip through their fingers. The relentless pursuit is an approach, a mindset cultivated through discipline and reinforced by action. It's not the grand milestones that make the most difference, but the small, repetitive steps taken each day, like drops of water that carve their way through stone. Consistency is the bedrock of sustainable growth. It is in the repetitive, often unnoticed tasks that true mastery is forged. From the early morning hours when the world is still asleep to the late nights when exhaustion whispers that you've done enough, the power of unwavering commitment reveals itself. The pursuit becomes a way of life, a choice that is made again and again, even when faced with discouragement or fatigue. The person who commits to relentless pursuit doesn't waver with each setback or failure. Instead, they understand that every stumble adds another layer of resilience and clarity. Crafting a strategy for progress is more than a one-time decision. It's an evolving process that adapts to changing circumstances. It begins with clarity, knowing what you're striving for, not just in the abstract, but in precise detail. Once your vision is clear, it becomes the compass that guides every action, filtering choices and prioritizing efforts. Success is as much about saying no to distractions as it is about pushing forward. The ability to maintain focus in an environment full of noise and competing demands is what separates those who achieve from those who settle. Mastering consistency doesn't mean avoiding failure. It means being prepared for it and building resilience that makes failure less of a defeat and more of a lesson. Each setback is an invitation to adjust your approach, recalibrate your efforts, and re-engage with your goals with greater insight. The relentless pursuit turns challenges into training grounds, developing the skill to anticipate obstacles before they become barriers and to respond with adaptability. Over time, this shapes a mindset that doesn't just weather the storm, but learns how to use the wind to sail further. Part of the relentless pursuit is recognizing the power of small victories. It is easy to become discouraged when progress feels slow, when the outcomes don't seem to match the effort. However, a relentless spirit finds joy in the process, in every piece of growth that might go unnoticed by others, but is deeply felt. Whether it's the improved focus during your work, a slightly faster pace in your routine, or mastering a new skill that once seemed impossible, these moments build momentum that propels you forward. Each small victory is fuel for the next, a reminder that progress, no matter how incremental, is still progress. Relentless pursuit demands a different kind of bravery, a courage that is shown not in the spotlight, but in the unseen moments. It's the courage to keep going when no one is cheering you on, when you're alone with your doubts, and the world seems indifferent to your effort. It's the mental fortitude to trust that every ounce of work, no matter how unglamorous, contributes to the bigger picture. It's believing that your pursuit matters, not just for personal achievement, but because it sets a standard of resilience that inspires others to strive for their own goals. At the heart of relentless pursuit is the willingness to embrace discomfort as a companion. It's not enough to just endure difficulty. The relentless learner seeks it out, understanding that growth is most profound at the edge of comfort. This discomfort breeds creativity, problem-solving, and innovation. The path isn't linear, and the unexpected often demands a pivot, a shift in approach, or a complete reassessment of the plan. Those who persist know that each new challenge is simply another chapter in their journey, not a roadblock, but a detour that adds depth to their story. Consistency also means honoring the balance between pushing forward and taking necessary pauses. The relentless pursuit not only understands when to accelerate, but when to step back, recharge, and refocus. True growth isn't only about endless output, but about wise, mindful progress that acknowledges the importance of both action and rest. The relentless pursuit doesn't shun rest. It integrates it as a vital part of sustained performance. Ultimately, the relentless pursuit turns ambition into achievement, dreams into reality. It's the recognition that progress isn't a momentary burst of effort, but a lifelong practice. This pursuit reshapes how you think about success. It becomes less about the end result and more about the quality of the process. It's about showing up for the work, day after day, with the full understanding that the real reward lies not in the final goal, but in the courage and tenacity forged through the pursuit itself. Chapter 5. Transforming Setbacks into Strength. There is a quiet power found in moments when everything seems to unravel. In the chaos of setbacks, where plans falter and expectations collide with reality, lies an opportunity few choose to see. Adversity has an uncanny ability to strip away the illusions of certainty and comfort, leaving behind only raw potential. In these moments, the decision to turn struggle into strength becomes a defining choice. Each setback, no matter how overwhelming, is an invitation to dig deeper into one's character. It calls for a recalibration of purpose and an unyielding will to persist. Those who transform their struggles into triumph understand that growth is rarely comfortable. It's forged in the quiet determination of facing defeat and deciding not to let it define you. It's in confronting that feeling of helplessness and refusing to be consumed by it. Building resilience doesn't come from avoiding pain. It is the outcome of embracing it and learning from it. It requires seeing failure not as an end, but as an experience that adds depth to your story. The greatest achievements are rarely accompanied by a seamless path. They are the results of trials faced with courage and resolve. When a dream seems unreachable or an ambition comes crashing down, there is an opportunity to rebuild stronger, to forge a new path that incorporates the lessons learned from falling down. True strength is born from moments of vulnerability. It is during those times when you feel defeated that the seeds of true growth are planted. The most resilient people aren't those who have never faced hardship, but those who have faced it repeatedly and chosen to learn from each encounter. They know that pain is not just an obstacle, it is a teacher. It points out the weaknesses in your armor, giving you a chance to reinforce them and emerge with greater fortitude. Adversity also has the power to strip away illusions of control and push you to adapt in ways you never imagined. When plans are disrupted and life throws uncharted challenges, it calls for a mental flexibility that turns the unexpected into an opportunity. The ability to pivot, to reframe what feels like a defeat as a lesson, and to find new paths that weren't visible before, can be a source of profound transformation. It is not enough to endure setbacks. One must extract wisdom from them, adapting what was learned into future action. There is strength in reframing your relationship with failure. The story you tell yourself about setbacks can shape how you react to them. Those who cultivate resilience do not see failure as a mark of their inadequacy, but as a chapter in a larger narrative of progress. They acknowledge their mistakes without letting them imprison them in self-doubt. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, take responsibility, and use that insight to chart a new course. This perspective doesn't erase the sting of disappointment, but it makes it a tool, an element that molds rather than breaks. Growth in adversity also reveals the hidden facets of your character. It can lead to newfound creativity, innovative solutions, and unexpected strengths you didn't know existed within you. When faced with adversity, the instinct to protect and preserve pushes you to adapt, to find ingenious ways to move forward despite the circumstances. This is where the seeds of creativity germinate, in the struggle between what is and what can be. In the process of making it through, you learn to leverage your innate capabilities, to harness skills you may not have known you possessed, and to build a more adaptable mindset. Embracing moments of adversity is not about forcing an optimistic view or pretending that challenges are easy. It is about acknowledging the weight of the struggle, sitting with it, and choosing to rise. This choice is not a denial of pain or hardship. Rather, it is the recognition that strength is only built when you push against what holds you back. Those who thrive under pressure learn to make peace with discomfort, accepting it as part of growth and resilience. They understand that each difficult experience leaves behind a blueprint for becoming stronger and more capable than before. The most profound transformations often come from those who have reached rock bottom only to push their way up, inch by inch, until they stand taller than ever. The stories of remarkable recoveries and enduring triumphs share a common thread. They are not stories of uninterrupted success, but of persistence in the face of adversity. In each moment of adversity, there is a challenge that asks you, will you let this define you, or will you rise stronger, ready for the next challenge? Chapter 6. Reigniting Passion and the Unyielding Spirit. The fire of passion that once burned brightly can dim over time, snuffed out by the routine of daily challenges or the weight of setbacks. Yet within each person lies the potential to rekindle that flame, to reignite the spark that once propelled them forward. Sustaining motivation is not just about finding initial enthusiasm, it's about creating a deeper, more enduring source of drive that propels you through every stage of your journey. When faced with moments of weariness, it's essential to reconnect with the original vision that inspired you to begin. What was it that first pulled you toward this dream? Recalling the core reason behind your pursuits can infuse new life into your motivation, reminding you why you started in the first place. Sometimes it takes reflecting on the early days, on the raw excitement and belief you once had, to revive that passion. Remember, desire is not just a fleeting emotion. It's a well that can be replenished with thoughtful reminders of your purpose and vision. Finding ways to stay inspired requires tapping into your inner reservoir of curiosity and creativity. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and spark your imagination can break the monotony and open up new ways of thinking. Whether it's through reading, connecting with people who share your enthusiasm, or exploring a new perspective on your work, nurturing a curious mind can rejuvenate your energy and renew your commitment. Passion often thrives in an environment that encourages exploration and experimentation. It is also crucial to cultivate resilience and understand that setbacks are not the end but a temporary pause. Every pursuit encounters challenges, and moments of doubt are natural, but those who maintain an unyielding spirit use these moments as opportunities to strengthen their resolve. They turn moments of weakness into a crucible for growth, learning how to adapt and rise, even when the odds seem stacked against them. It's the act of pushing forward despite these obstacles that separates fleeting motivation from a true, unyielding spirit. The ability to persist is rooted in the mindset that sees failure not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Every time you face a roadblock, it provides insight that sharpens your skills and broadens your understanding. This perspective doesn't just keep you going, it shapes you into someone who thrives under pressure. When passion meets perseverance, it evolves into an unstoppable force, propelling you to take calculated risks and move forward even when the path ahead seems unclear. Setting small, manageable goals can help keep your spirit alive and build momentum. Achievements, no matter how minor, send signals to your mind that progress is being made. These small victories can reignite passion, acting as proof that your efforts are not in vain. They become milestones that motivate you to press on, fueling your drive to achieve even greater accomplishments. Each success builds confidence and reaffirms the belief that persistence pays off. Supporting a resilient spirit involves nurturing your mind and body. When physical energy wanes, so does mental drive. Regular exercise, mindful practices, and sufficient rest are all crucial for maintaining the energy levels needed to sustain passion. The strength to persevere is not just built on ambition, it is built on the capacity to care for yourself and remain mentally sharp. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire and uplift you can help reinforce your dedication. Community provides accountability, encouragement, and perspective. It reminds you that you are not alone in your journey, that others have faced similar challenges and emerged stronger. The stories of those who have navigated their own trials can be a powerful source of motivation, showing you that what you seek is not only possible, but attainable. There are moments when progress seems painfully slow, when you might question whether it's worth it. In these times, shifting your focus from the end goal to the process itself can be transformative. Finding value in each step of the journey helps maintain passion, making each moment meaningful. This mindset allows you to appreciate the present rather than being consumed by the end result. Passion grows not just from the pursuit of achievements, but from the awareness that the journey itself holds its own rewards. Keeping your passion alive means continuously re-evaluating and adapting your approach. Being flexible in your strategies while holding steadfast to your goals enables you to overcome obstacles and stay motivated. It's about embracing the flow of your journey and adapting to change, trusting that each adjustment you make is a step towards strengthening your spirit. A spirit that refuses to yield finds strength in knowing that every effort, every setback, and every ounce of perseverance adds up. The path to lasting success is built not on unbroken progress, but on the ability to keep moving, keep believing, and keep striving, no matter what challenges arise. The essence of an unyielding spirit lies in your ability to rise time and again from moments of doubt and emerge more determined than before. Chapter 7. Living an Unstoppable Life. Creating a life that feels unstoppable goes beyond momentary bursts of motivation. It is about embedding perseverance and purpose into the fabric of daily existence. To live an unstoppable life, you must first reframe your perspective on challenges, seeing them not as obstacles, but as integral pieces of growth. Each difficulty faced becomes an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and hone your skills. Over time, this mindset shift turns setbacks into stepping stones, paving the way for sustained progress. Central to this is the power of daily habits and routines. The seemingly small actions taken every day accumulate, becoming the foundation for bigger accomplishments. These habits don't need to be grand or life-altering. Even simple, consistent practices, whether it's starting the day with a moment of mindfulness, dedicating time to a passion project, or setting a clear intention for the day, create an environment where growth thrives. When these habits are maintained over time, they build resilience, turning obstacles into routine challenges that are met with confidence and determination. An unstoppable life also thrives on adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and rigidity can be a barrier to progress. Those who live with unyielding momentum are able to pivot when needed, adjusting their methods without compromising their goals. This ability to adapt, coupled with an unwavering commitment, transforms moments of uncertainty into productive periods of exploration and learning. Instead of seeing a change of plans as a setback, it is embraced as part of the journey toward an ever-evolving version of yourself. The foundation of unstoppable living is also rooted in cultivating inner strength and purpose. When you are driven by a deep sense of why, even the most demanding tasks become meaningful. This purpose acts as a guiding light, especially during times when enthusiasm wanes. By identifying the core values and beliefs that fuel your actions, you can stay grounded when external circumstances test your patience and resolve. With a clear understanding of your purpose, resilience is not just an instinct, it becomes a choice. Consistency, more than any singular act, is the true architect of an unstoppable life. Progress isn't always marked by monumental achievements. Often, it's the result of persistent, incremental improvements. This principle is evident in the way small decisions, choosing to wake up an hour earlier, taking time to read, or practicing gratitude, compound over weeks, months, and years. These seemingly minor actions create momentum, establishing a cycle where action begets more action, and progress becomes a natural part of life. Living an unstoppable life also means learning to quiet the inner critic that can sabotage progress. Self-doubt and fear of failure are universal, but it's how you respond to these thoughts that makes the difference. Unstoppable individuals develop a habit of recognizing negative thoughts without letting them dictate their actions. By reframing these thoughts and viewing them as signals for growth rather than as warnings of defeat, they maintain momentum in the face of adversity. Nurturing an environment that supports and elevates you is equally important. The people you surround yourself with can either drain your energy or amplify your potential. Seek out those who challenge and inspire you, who push you to see beyond your current limits. Engaging with individuals who share your values and ambitions creates a network of encouragement and accountability. This network can be a powerful force, reminding you that your journey is part of a broader shared experience. Continuous growth is also fueled by a commitment to learning and self-reflection. When you make it a priority to learn from every experience, success and failure alike, you build a rich reservoir of wisdom. This growth mindset turns even the most challenging moments into fertile ground for new perspectives and understanding. Each day becomes an opportunity to reflect on what worked and what didn't, adjusting your approach and improving your strategies. An unstoppable life requires celebrating progress, not just achievements. Acknowledging each milestone, no matter how small, reinforces a positive cycle of motivation. Recognizing progress allows you to appreciate the journey and fuels the drive to keep going, even when the path ahead is steep. This practice of celebration, whether done alone or shared with others, reinforces the message that progress is valuable and worth pursuing, sustaining the energy needed to move forward. The act of living with intent also involves practicing discipline and self-control. While motivation can wane, discipline acts as a steady force that keeps you aligned with your goals. It's in these moments of choice, when the temptation to skip a commitment or procrastinate arises, that discipline becomes the defining factor. The discipline to follow through on commitments, whether large or small, is what allows a person to maintain steady momentum through the trials of life. Ultimately, living an unstoppable life is about embracing both the journey and the person you become in the process. It's understanding that there will be days filled with setbacks and moments when the urge to stop is strong. However, it's choosing to move forward despite those moments, to keep building, adapting, and persevering. It is turning every day into a chance to grow, learn, and reinforce a life built on purpose, resilience, and the unrelenting pursuit of fulfillment. Conclusion. As you reflect on the journey through these chapters, remember that the pursuit of a fulfilled, purpose-driven life is not a destination, but an ongoing process. The lessons on building resilience, cultivating habits, nurturing persistence, and transforming setbacks have all pointed to one essential truth. The power to shape your life lies within you. Each day offers the opportunity to make choices that align with your deepest values and goals, propelling you forward even when the path gets difficult. The strength to continue moving comes not from a place of perfection, but from the consistent commitment to growth. Embrace each moment of challenge as a chance to deepen your resolve and learn more about your capabilities. It is through these moments of struggle that true transformation occurs, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Growth is never linear. It comes in waves, sometimes subtle, sometimes profound. Acknowledge the peaks and valleys, for each contributes to your evolution. As you go forward, carry with you the understanding that success is built upon small, purposeful actions repeated over time. The discipline to show up, the courage to face challenges, and the tenacity to remain focused are what forge an unstoppable spirit. Keep your inner fire stoked by nurturing what matters most to you, remaining flexible when life doesn't go as planned, and seeking out connections that inspire and elevate you. Living an unstoppable life is about finding harmony between ambition and acceptance, between pushing forward and being present in the now. It's about knowing that the journey, with all its ups and downs, is where the true richness of life lies. So, as you close this book and step back into your world, remember that every challenge you face is an invitation to deepen your growth, every setback a chance to build your resilience, and every victory, no matter how small, a reminder of the power of persistence. Keep moving forward, fueled by purpose, driven by passion, and supported by the unwavering belief that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. Live a life that inspires others by living one that reflects your truest self. The journey is yours to shape, step by determined step.